The D10 or Dasamsha is used to examine 10th house matters and therefore deals with career achievements. It indicates the big milestones in a person's career and whether they succeed in their ambitions. However, we cannot analyze the D10 in an isolated fashion. If we solely rely on the D10 to assess a person's success, we are likely to draw the wrong conclusions. The D10 highlights the accomplishments in a person's professional life, but those depend on who the person is and their potential for success, which is indicated in the D1. The D10 doesn't tell us who a person is, it simply shows some of the great things they're going to do. Whether they have the potential to be a high achiever, be famous, be wealthy, be a visionary and create changes in the world, all that is revealed in the D1. Right? The D1 indicates the foundation of who the person is and how far they can go in life. For instance, an English teacher working in a local school is less likely to gain widespread fame or amass great wealth compared to a CEO of a multinational corporation, who might even hire that teacher for training his staff. And so the fundamental difference between those two lies not in the D10 but in the D1. The D1 defines a person's role in society, whether they are in a supporting role or leading role. That's why the D1 is always the starting point in any analysis. The D1 reveals a person's identity and life path, and it allows us to assess how powerful they can become by identifying the yogas as well. And there are three groups of yogas: the Raj Yoga, Named Yoga, and Bhava Yoga. So let's start with the Raj Yoga. There are two types of Raj Yoga, those formed by auspicious lords and those formed by inauspicious lords. We typically call the Raj Yogas that occur between trine and angle lords Raj Yoga. These are the combinations that create momentum in life, which leads to financial prosperity and social recognition. But then there are also Viparit Raj Yoga. They are formed by the inauspicious lords. Right? When inauspicious lords form a Viparit Raj Yoga, they bring financial gains and accomplishments by persevering through struggle and hardships. But both of those are broadly categorized as Raj Yoga, and they are considered the best because they not only give material success, but also contribute to personal growth and overall happiness. The second group of yogas are the named yogas. There are around 125 named yogas programmed into color, and these are selected as the most important ones. Of these, about 100 are considered good, while about 25 are bad. And unlike the Raj Yoga, which bring a holistic and balanced improvement to one's life, the named yoga are more specific in their influence. They primarily deal with material gain or material loss. Right? The good named yogas bring wealth, fame, and recognition. And the more a person has of these, the greater the success. But there are also bad named yogas, which are also known as the poverty yogas. And these are combinations that bring career setbacks, financial instability, and even major losses that can undo years of hard work. The third group is the Bhava Yoga, and these can also be very powerful as well. The most celebrated combinations are the Raj Yoga and the Named Yoga, but not everyone has them, or at least not in great number. And that's where the Bhava Yoga come in, right? Bhava Yoga are the foundational yogas formed by the placements of house lords in various houses. And there are a total of 144. And even if a chart lacks strong Raj Yoga or Named Yoga, those Bhava Yogas can still create significant success, especially when the house lords involved are well dignified. These yogas do not promise fame or massive wealth, but they can absolutely lead to a stable and successful career, give prosperity in business, and also a fulfilling life. So don't worry if you don't see the classic well-known yogas in your chart. The Bhava Yoga is always present, and when they are activated under the right dasha, they can produce a lot of success too. Any of these three types of yogas, the Raj Yoga, Named Yoga, or Bhava Yoga, can be a powerful launchpad for a person's career and financial success, regardless of what the D10 is showing. That's why it's so important not to jump straight into analyzing the D10. If you overlook the yogas in the D1 and go straight to the D10, you will likely misjudge a person's capacity for success. So start with the yogas in the D1 to see the potential for wealth and career success. And once that's clear, move on to the D10 to look for specific accomplishments.